Hi, and welcome to my screencast on how to use ToonDoo. ToonDoo is a website designed to create comics for artists of any skill level and claims to be the world's fastest way to create cartoons. Now, right off the bat, you can see the website is very appealing to the eye. There's a lot to look at, including several examples down here of products created by other people. I'll click on just a random one and see what we got. Maybe there we go. So this is just a comic created by someone random. Very good. Close that out. Let's click on another one that wasn't a good example. Let's see. Let's see what this one is. So again, just another random comic strip that maybe someone created because they had that in their head or for whatever reason. This one's kind of cool. This one's been up there for a couple days, featured Toon of the Day. In a dark, chaotic, and confusing world, you burn brightly and never feel lost. So, very cool, kind of deep cartoon right there. So, as soon as you come on here, you have the option to create an account, to create a username, and that's usually up here, but I've already created one, so my options are a little bit different. But typically, the next step would be to register and create an account. To do that, you would click on the login or register button that's usually up here, and then create your account. Now, it does take a email address, so obviously if you're using this with students, they're going to have an email address or have access to an email address, whether it be a class email address or something. So then after that, it's time to start. So as you can see, there's a lot of tabs up here. Now the first thing you have to do is create a cartoon, and after you do that, or a comic, then you can start doing other stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot to do up here, and I'm only going to use the most basic tools for the purposes of this. So you can either click create up here or down here, and it's going to take you to another screen and give you the option to select your layout to choose from first. Now I'm just going to again choose something simple to start out with for this, but you can look at all the options. There are a lot of options, and if you do this one, for example, you can add these and put them on the storybook later, but I'll get into that in a bit. So a basic one here. So again, right off the bat, you can see there's a lot you can do with this program. You have characters, you can choose anything. This is Jambav, or whatever, is all of these bear creatures, and there's 3 pages of them, random. You've got sports, all kinds of sports figures. You've got women, you've got famous people. Here's the ladies. You've got kids doing sports. You've got emoticons, stick figures. Next one, places. You've got all kinds, scenery, indoors, outdoors, space, abstract, landmarks, sports, fantasy, props. Again, numerous options, tons of text options. I don't know what this one is. They just have kind of more random stuff. Special, holidays, Christmas, magic, manga. I think that's anime stuff. And then more clip art, and then a gallery. So let's just go ahead and choose someone. Naturally, I'm going to go for the sporting guy. I'll choose a tennis guy. So after you choose your first person to start with, you put them on there. And then again, you have a lot of options to make this your own. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller, you can lock them into place. I won't do that. You can clone him, flip him, make him turn the other way, back. You can turn them upside down. You can use these later. You can add emotion, make them all kinds of emotions. So there's really endless possibilities with this, which is really cool. It's a very cool site. So next, let's choose a quick landscape. We'll give them a sports. I don't know if there's a tennis court or not. There's ping pong. After you get your landscape, you just kind of drag it on, and boom, you're there. So we have an Olympic ping pong table, which he's going to play on. So make him shrink a little bit, rotate him a little bit, and boom. So he's in there. There we go. And changes the motion. There we go. Game face, posture. So there's just endless possibilities to this. It's really, really cool. A lot of room for creativity. So, next, as far as like a help page, this is next. In order to leave this, you have to save it, save as, and then hit publish, and that's going to put it into your gallery, which you can open up later. As you can see, I want to save, and I'll just hit no right now and exit out of these ones I've created for the class, my creation. But I will exit out of this and leave this page. Boom, so we're back here. As far as the help, there's a whole help wiki, which I'll click on, and takes you to a whole page based on how do I, ways that you can basically use all the tools that the site has to offer. So I'm not going to go too much more into that. So as you can see, everything's like a cartoon, so I definitely think it's more geared towards younger people, but really anyone can use this. I mean, as soon as I logged on, I was kind of interested in creating my own, just by looking at a couple ones that were up here. So definitely, like I say, geared towards younger students, but anyone could really use this and have a good time with it, because there's so much you can do, and how the possibilities are endless. There is another version of this down here called ToonDoo Spaces, which is geared for classroom use. You can see it's a private virtual ToonDoo space for your educational institution. Now this does cost money. They have a 15-day free trial, but it does cost money, and it's a good price though. If for one teacher to use it for 1 month with 30 users, it's only about $8. So really, that's not too bad. And then it can get pretty crazy, and I don't know why you wouldn't for all 12 months, but we'll say 7 months and 80 users is only $125. So not too bad as far as pricing goes, which is good to see. So I exit out of that. So then after you start creating cartoons, you can go to create a book, and then this is where you can put all those cartoons together if you wanted to and create your own book. And like I said, I've already got a few down here that I used as an example. I created mine from a health class point of view, and I'll open it up real quick. My Toon books. And then boom. I'm going to go back and edit this a little bit more. It's not completely done. So boom, health lesson for wellness wellness lesson for health class, and we got a little dialogue going on about Jimmy and the wellness star. A couple scenes with Jimmy, and then boom, done. So as you can see, they've got classroom, they've got whatever this place is, looks kind of like a church, so I thought so. They've got all kinds of landscapes, endless possibilities, a lot. You could spend hours on here creating some really, really cool stuff. It just depends on how much you want to get into it. Because there's so many options, it might get overwhelming for someone who might not be as creative or technologically savvy. But again, the more time you spend on here, the more intricate you can get. So it can be as simple or as complex as you want it. As far as use in a classroom, like I said, I use this from the point of view and from a health classroom, which you could use for several lessons. You could do English, social studies, math, health. You could use it for all of them. For English, you could come up with an ending to a story. So you read all but the last chapter or paragraph of a short story or whatever you're doing, and then have the class create an ending a cartoon comic ending based on what they think it is. And then before you actually read the ending. So that might be one option for like an English class. But again, the options are endless. So again, this was my screencast on ToonDoo, a very cool site, a lot of options. Definitely one to keep in mind. I definitely had fun playing around on it. So I think that's it.